Some people walk into a room and draw attention without saying a word. They don't try to impress anyone. They don't speak loudly. They don't brag or show off. Yet people notice them. They feel different. That's the kind of quiet power Sigma males carry. Sigma males have an aura that's hard to describe but easy to feel. It's not loud. It's not obvious. It's calm, deep, and incredibly attractive. Both men and women sense it, often without knowing why. They want to be near Sigma males. They want to learn more about them. There's something magnetic in their energy. This energy doesn't come from charm or looks alone. It comes from how they live, how they think, and how they carry themselves. They move through life on their own terms. They don't chase attention. In fact, they often avoid it. But that's exactly what makes people notice them even more. People are drawn to things they don't fully understand. And Sigma males often stay quiet, observe more, and speak less. That mystery creates curiosity. That silence makes people lean in. That confidence, without the need to show it, creates pull. In a world where everyone is trying to be seen, the Sigma male's calm and distant presence becomes rare, and that rarity makes him irresistible. This video breaks down 6 powerful reasons why Sigma males have this kind of aura. Each reason goes beyond surface-level traits. These aren't tricks. These aren't games. They're part of who Sigma males are. And when you understand them, you start to see why people are so drawn to them. It's not magic. It's not manipulation. It's quiet strength mixed with self-control, honesty, and a deep sense of purpose. That's what builds their energy. That's what gives them the kind of presence that can't be ignored. Let's look at reason number 1. Something that explains a major part of their powerful presence. Reason number 1. Unshakable self-confidence. Confidence is easy to fake, but hard to maintain. Many people try to act confident. They post pictures, make loud statements, or show off what they have. But underneath, they're insecure. They need approval to feel strong. Sigma males are different. Their confidence doesn't come from what others think. It comes from inside. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. They know who they are. They've spent time alone. They've thought about their life. They've faced failure and kept going. That's where their confidence comes from. This kind of confidence is quiet. You won't hear it in big speeches or flashy actions. You'll see it in how they walk, how they speak, and how they stay calm when others panic. They don't need the spotlight. They don't need praise. They're solid without it. When they speak, they don't rush. They think. They mean what they say. They don't talk to fill space. They talk when it matters. And when they're silent, it doesn't feel weak. It feels powerful, like they're always in control of themselves. This control is what people feel when they meet a Sigma male. He's not scared to be different. He's not scared to be alone. He's not scared to say no. That unshakable self-belief shows in everything he does. He doesn't dress to impress. He dresses for himself. He doesn't follow trends. He makes his own path. He doesn't beg for attention. He focuses on his goals. That quiet drive and steady focus draw people in. Everyone wants to know how he's so sure of himself. Part of it comes from being independent. When you don't rely on others to make you feel good, you build strength that lasts. Sigma males do that. They don't let praise change them, and they don't let insults shake them. They know who they are no matter what anyone says. This makes them incredibly attractive. Confidence that's real, not loud, not fake, is rare. When people see it, they feel it. They're drawn to it. They trust it. They respect it. This doesn't mean Sigma males are perfect. They have doubts just like everyone, but they face those doubts head on. They don't run from their flaws, they work on them. That gives them even more confidence because they know they're always growing. They also don't compete with others. They don't need to. They're focused on their own path. They celebrate wins quietly and learn from losses without shame. That mindset gives them peace, and people notice it. When you meet someone who doesn't chase fame, doesn't beg for love, and doesn't care about being liked, it's powerful. That's the Sigma male. He stands alone and still stands strong. That's what makes him different. And that's why his confidence doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel forced. It feels earned. It feels natural. It feels unshakable. This is the first reason Sigma males have such an irresistible aura. They carry real confidence, and people can feel the difference. Reason number 2, mysterious nature. People are naturally drawn to mystery. When you know everything about someone right away, there's no pull, no curiosity. But when someone reveals little, speaks less, and keeps a lot to themselves, it makes you want to know more. This is the daily energy Sigma males carry. They don't share everything. They don't post their life online for the world to see. They don't talk about all their plans, problems, or thoughts. They live quietly and they don't explain. That mystery creates power. It makes people lean in. What's he thinking? What's he really like? Why doesn't he share more? These questions turn into interest, and that interest turns into attraction. When a Sigma male enters a room, people often feel his presence before he even speaks. He might be sitting quietly, observing, calm, but everyone knows he's different. They don't know why yet. They just feel it. It's not that he's hiding something. It's that he only shares what matters. He doesn't waste words. He doesn't fill silence with nonsense. He listens more than he talks. He pays attention. He chooses what to say and when. This makes every word count. Every action feels more real, more meaningful, and people want more of it. That's the power of mystery. It builds curiosity. Sigma males also keep their emotions private. They don't show everything they feel. They control their reaction. That adds to the mystery. People can't read them easily. They don't know what's going on inside. And that makes the Sigma male even more interesting. In a world full of oversharing, where people broadcast every thought and emotion, the Sigma male stands apart. His mystery becomes rare, and rare things are always more attractive. Even when they do open up, they do it slowly, carefully, only to people they truly trust. That selectiveness adds even more weight to what they say. It makes others feel lucky just to hear a piece of the real story. This mysterious nature also protects them. They avoid drama by staying quiet. They avoid lies by speaking less. They avoid fake people by giving them nothing to use. That's smart, and people respect it. Attraction isn't always about looks. Sometimes it's about energy. And the Sigma male's mysterious energy pulls people in without him even trying. That's the second reason Sigma males have such an irresistible aura. They don't explain themselves. They don't reveal everything. And in doing less, they create more interest. Reason number 3. Emotional independence. Most people look for others to make them feel better. They want someone to calm them, cheer them up, or tell them they're doing okay. That's normal, but it's not how Sigma males operate. Sigma males are emotionally independent. They know how to manage their own feelings. They don't rely on others to fix their moods or carry their emotions. That emotional strength creates a powerful aura, one that others can feel right away. They don't look for attention when they're feeling low. They don't try to bring others into their problems. They deal with emotions privately, quietly, and with control. This doesn't mean they don't feel deeply. They do. They just choose how and when to process emotions without needing an audience. That level of control is rare. Most people are used to others reacting fast, complaining, or over-explaining how they feel. But Sigma males don't do that. Their calm reactions make people feel safe. Their self-control gives off power. When someone isn't shaken by emotional storms, it shows strength. And strength is attractive. Whether it's a tough conversation, a stressful moment, or an emotional situation, Sigma males stay calm. They process before they speak. That kind of emotional maturity draws people in. Others are often surprised by how stable Sigma males are. They don't have mood swings. They don't break down over small issues. They handle setbacks without losing themselves. That calm consistency is like a steady flame. It doesn't burn out or explode. It just stays. This emotional independence also means they don't chase validation. They're not looking for someone to tell them they're smart, good-looking, or important. They already know their value. They've built it themselves. That confidence in their own worth is one of the strongest parts of their aura. People often feel at ease around Sigma males because they don't pressure anyone to carry emotional weight. They don't overshare. They don't create drama. They don't make others feel responsible for their feelings. That space and balance feel good, especially in a world full of emotional overload. At the same time, they offer emotional support without expecting anything in return. They listen when needed, help when they can, and walk away when it's best for both sides. That balance between giving and detaching is powerful. Because they don't lean on others emotionally, they also don't get stuck in unhealthy relationships. If someone tries to guilt them, manipulate them, or play emotional games, they walk away. Not out of coldness, but out of strength. That control over their own emotional world gives them peace, and people can feel that peace when they're around them. It's the calm in their voice, the stillness in their eyes, the way they sit in silence without needing to fill it. That's emotional independence, and it's rare. It also makes their relationships stronger. When Sigma males connect with someone, it's not out of need, it's out of choice. They choose people who bring peace, not pressure, and that makes them attractive to anyone seeking real, stable connection. This emotional independence is not built overnight. It comes from years of learning, thinking, and growing. It's earned through quiet time, personal challenges, and the decision to be responsible for your own inner world. That effort builds depth, and that depth builds attraction. That's why emotional independence is the third reason Sigma males have such an irresistible aura. They don't need to be carried. They stand on their own and invite others to do the same. Reason number 4, authenticity. One of the rarest traits in today's world is authenticity. Being true to yourself, no matter what others think. Sigma males live this every day. They don't pretend. They don't play roles. They don't change just to be liked. And that makes them powerful. People can sense realness. It's not in what you say, it's in how you live. Sigma males live with honesty. They don't say things they don't mean. They don't do things they don't believe in. Their actions match their values. That makes them easy to trust and hard to forget. They aren't afraid to stand out. If everyone's going one way and it doesn't feel right, they go the other way. Not to get attention, but because they refuse to lie to themselves. That courage to live truthfully creates a strong, attractive energy. Authenticity shows in small choices. How they speak, how they dress, how they respond to pressure. They don't follow trends or copy others. They listen to their gut. They do what feels right, even if it makes them different. In relationships, this honesty is refreshing. They don't play games. They don't hide their past. They don't fake their feelings. If they're not into something, they'll say it. If they care, they'll show it. But it's always real. That honesty draws people in. It makes others feel safe. When you're with someone who's not trying to impress you, you can relax. You can be yourself. And that's what Sigma males give people, the space to be real. They also inspire others to drop their masks. When someone sees a Sigma male being fully himself, they feel the courage to do the same. That influence is powerful. It's not forced, it's natural. Authenticity also means they don't chase approval. They can walk into a room and not care who's watching. They're not worried about fitting in. They're focused on living their truth. That energy stands out. It's magnetic. Even when they're quiet, their presence feels strong. Because it's honest. Because it's not built on tricks or image. It's built on truth, and truth always attracts. They also don't lie to themselves. If they mess up, they admit it. If they're unsure, they take time to think. That kind of self-awareness is rare, and it shows. People can feel when someone has done the inner work, and Sigma males usually have. This doesn't mean they never struggle. But when they do, they deal with it head-on. No pretending, no acting. Just facing the truth, learning, and moving forward. That's why people often feel calm around them. They don't create confusion. They don't shift with the wind. They're clear, grounded, and consistent. That kind of authenticity builds trust faster than any words ever could. And in a world full of noise, filters, and fake smiles, realness is rare. When people meet someone who isn't pretending, they notice. They feel it, and they're drawn to it. That's the fourth reason Sigma males have such an irresistible aura. They are real, and being around someone real makes everything feel better. Reason number 5, purposeful communication. Sigma Males don't talk just to talk. They don't like small talk. They don't enjoy long conversations about nothing. When they speak, it's with purpose. That alone makes their words more powerful. This style of communication is rare. In a world where people often talk to fill silence, Sigma males use silence to think. They speak when they have something to say, something that matters. That intentional style makes people listen more closely. Even a short sentence from a Sigma male can carry weight, because people know he doesn't waste words. If he's saying something, it means he's thought it through. This applies in all areas: work, friendships, relationships. Whether it's advice, a warning, or a deep question, when Sigma males speak, they're clear. They're direct. They don't sugarcoat, but they're not rude. They're honest with care. That balance creates trust. People don't have to guess what a Sigma male means. He says what he means and means what he says. That clarity makes others feel safe. They also ask strong questions, not just surface-level ones, but questions that make others think. What are you trying to build? What matters most to you? These types of conversations aren't common, but Sigma males enjoy them. And because they don't speak often, when they do engage in conversation, people feel special. They feel chosen. That gives the interaction a different kind of energy. Sigma males also avoid gossip and shallow talk. They're not interested in judging others or talking behind backs. If the topic doesn't help them grow or connect, they move on. That's how they keep their mind clean and how they gain respect. Their communication style also makes them great listeners. Because they're not waiting to talk, they actually hear what others say. They pay attention to tone, words, and even silence. That kind of listening is rare and very attractive. In arguments, they stay calm. They don't yell. They don't play games. They speak clearly, set a boundary if needed, and move on. That emotional control in tough conversations shows maturity. This purposeful communication helps them avoid problems. They don't create confusion. They don't send mixed signals. They say what's true and let their actions match. All of this creates a unique energy around them. People feel heard. They feel respected. They feel grounded. All because the Sigma male chose his words with care. That's why purposeful communication is the fifth reason Sigma males have such an irresistible aura. Every word counts. Every silence means something, and people never forget how it feels to be spoken to with that kind of clarity. Reason number 6. Calm demeanor. In a loud, fast-moving world, calm stands out. Most people rush, react, and overthink. Sigma males do the opposite. They move slower. They stay steady, and that calm presence becomes one of their most powerful traits. When you're around someone who doesn't get shaken, you feel safe. That's how Sigma males make people feel. They don't overreact. They don't panic. They stay cool even when things get messy. This calm demeanor is part of what gives them such a strong, attractive aura. Their calm starts from the inside. It comes from knowing who they are and what they believe. They don't need to prove anything. They don't need to fight for attention. That quiet confidence allows them to stay grounded. In conversations, they don't interrupt. They don't rush to speak. They listen. They process. They think before they respond. That patience shows control, and people respect it. Even in tense moments, they keep their cool. Someone could be yelling, stressing out, or trying to start a fight, and the Sigma male stays steady. He doesn't match chaos with chaos. He responds with peace. That kind of control draws people in. This calm energy helps in relationships too. Partners feel more relaxed around them. There's no guessing, no emotional roller coasters, just consistency. That creates trust and makes the bond stronger. It also shows up in how they make decisions. They don't jump into things. They take time to weigh the options. And once they choose, they don't look back. That clarity gives off a quiet strength that people notice even without words. When they walk into a room, they don't demand attention. But their calm, collected energy still turns heads. People can feel that peace and they're drawn to it. This calmness also makes Sigma males good in emergencies. While others panic, they think clearly. While others get emotional, they stay focused. That makes them great leaders, even if they never ask to lead. Their peaceful presence helps people feel safe. Friends come to them with problems because they know they won't overreact. Strangers feel calm around them, even if they've just met. That's the power of steady energy. They don't chase excitement. They find value in quiet moments, in slow mornings, in peaceful routines. That balance brings stability, and people crave that, especially in a busy world. This doesn't mean they're boring. They're just not loud. They enjoy life their way, without pressure, without drama. And that ease, that ability to enjoy simple things, makes them magnetic. They also don't gossip, brag, or show off. Their calm keeps them grounded. They're confident but humble. They're strong but gentle. That mix is rare, and it shows. Over time, this calm energy makes them unforgettable. People may not remember what they said, but they'll remember how they made them feel. Calm, seen, respected. That's the sixth reason Sigma males have such an irresistible aura. They don't shake the room, they steady it. Sigma males don't try to be noticed. They don't chase attention. They live quietly, think deeply, and move with purpose. But in doing so, they create something powerful, an aura that draws people in without effort. In this video, we've broken down 6 key reasons behind that energy. It's the quiet confidence, the mystery, the emotional balance, the realness, the way they speak, and the calm they carry. None of these traits are loud, but all of them are strong. Together, they create a kind of presence that people feel, even without understanding it. You don't have to know a Sigma male to be pulled in by his vibe. You just feel it when he walks by, when he looks at you, when he says one sentence that sticks in your mind for days. That's not by accident. It's the result of years of building character, living honestly, and protecting peace. Sigma males don't chase the spotlight, but they shine in their own way. If you see these traits in yourself, embrace them. You don't have to be louder to be stronger. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Just be real, be calm, and stay true to who you are. And if you know a Sigma male, understand this. He's not distant. He's focused. He's not cold. He's deep. His silence isn't emptiness, it's strength. Respect it, and you'll see why his aura pulls people in without him saying a word. That's the power of the Sigma male, and that's why his presence is so hard to forget.